Well, hello there. Welcome back. How have you been? It's good to see you. Having a good day? Excellent, me too. But it's about to get even better. You know why? Reddit stories. Today, we have some more Reddit stories from the Am I the A-Hole subreddit. It's a very good subreddit. I'm going to be on it a lot. We picked out three good looking stories. I haven't read them yet, but the titles are interesting. So let's hop in to some Am I the A-Hole Reddit stories. Um, the first story is titled, Am I the A-hole for suggesting that my wife clean the things I throw up on? Am I the a-hole for suggesting that my wife clean the things I throw up on? Now, just from reading the title, yes, you are. Like, what is there to question? You throw up on something and then expect your wife to clean it up. You're the a-hole, right? Like, if you're a grown adult male, I'm assuming, you throw up on something, you clean it up. You make any type of mess, you clean it up yourself, right? That's my first thoughts. So, yes, before reading the story, this guy's the a-hole, like no question. But as always with Reddit stories, things can happen in the story that can completely change the narrative. So let's hop in and see what's going on. Been sick lately, but starting to feel better. Never been good with taking pills. Doctor prescribed a steroid pack. While trying to swallow the sixth pill, I throw up all over the kitchen counter, ruined the food item, and got some on some new kitchen plastic mat and tray my wife just bought. I cleaned the counter and rinsed the items and placed them in the sink. In the sink. Sank. I needed to replace the food item I ruined, so I told her I would run to the store. I would me a store run. That's what it says. I My brain fixed it automatically, but okay. Asked her, was there anything she needed? She asked for a few items. When I got back, I relaxed and never went to clean the items in the sink. This morning, she mentioned I never went back to clean them and told me I now needed to do it with a cap of bleach because I let them sit. I suggested she could have done it yesterday. Am I the a-hole? Uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, it would it have been nice of her to clean it up? Yes. Should she have to clean it up? Should you expect her to clean it up? No. Right? You made the mess, you clean it up. Regardless of like how you're feeling or what you did afterwards. He went to the store to replace some items that he messed up, but like yeah, when you get back from the store or before you even leave for the store, clean up the mess you made. Right? You can't just throw up on something and leave it. That's nasty, dog. Like clean it up. So yeah, I'm sticking with what I said at the beginning. He's the a-hole. Um, yeah, obviously. Okay, let's hop into some comments and see what other people think. All right. First comment. She's your wife. Or it says YTA. You're the a-hole. She's your wife, not your mother. Clean up the stuff you vomit on. Also, take your pills in the bathroom. Over the toilet, not where food is made. That is a good point. Um, yeah, she's not his mom. It doesn't matter. Like you're a grown man, clean up your own mess, right? Is this what this person is saying? Also, take your pills in the bathroom over the toilet, not where food is made. That also makes sense. Like if it's a possibility that you're gonna throw the pills up, or that you're prone to throwing up, and you take your pills and it could cause you to throw up, do it over do it over the toilet, or do it over a plastic bag so you can take it out to the trash afterward, or do it somewhere where it's going to be easily cleaned, easily disposed of. So that comment makes a lot of sense. All right, next comment. YTA, you're the a-hole. She's your wife, not your mother. Same thing. You felt good enough to go to the store, so you were well enough to clean up after yourself. Clean up after yourself. It's not a hard concept to grasp. Agree. Also, if you have that hard of a time swallowing pills, do it over the toilet or sink. Better yet, ask your doctor from the start if there's liquid form. A lot of meds come in both pill and liquid. Barring that, dissolve it in some water in a spoon and put a bit of sugar on in it to cut the bitterness. That's how my mom gave me pills as kids before we learned how to swallow them. Yeah, also a good point. She or this person said a lot of what the last commenter said. Yeah, I mean it's pretty easy. You're a grown man. You're an adult. You know, if you got to throw up somewhere that makes sense, right? And don't expect somebody else to clean up after you. I mean, common sense, right? Or I guess common sense isn't so common sometimes. All right, so that's it for that story. The verdict is he's the a hole, which makes sense. Makes perfect sense. All right, so let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You know, if any of you don't think he's the a hole, why do you think that? Right? I want to know. Let's have a conversation about it. Let's talk about it. All right, moving on to the second story. Am I the a hole for forbidding my girlfriend from doing household chores? Am I the a hole for forbidding my girlfriend from doing household chores? Yes? No? Okay, well, first of all, you can't forbid your girlfriend from doing anything, right? Like, you can have a conversation about it. You can ask her not to do certain things, or like, if there's something she's doing that you don't like, have a discussion about it, and maybe she can change it up for you, and vice versa. But you can't forbid anybody. You can't forbid her to do anything. To forbid her from doing household chores, though, like, that's a little weird. I don't know. Maybe it's coming from a place of like he wants to take care of her, but knowing how these stories go, that's probably not going to be the case. Um, but yeah, title's a little weird, but let's hop in and see what's going on before we make too many judgments. Okay, a few years ago, while putting together furniture, my 26 male girlfriend, 27 female, injured her wrist from using the screwdriver. We ended up getting some wrist braces until the pain went away. We eventually checked with a doctor who said it was no big deal. Since then, I've slowly forbidden her from doing chores around the house. I noticed that doing these chores, sweeping, scrubbing, cleaning, dishes, etc., would consistently agitate her wrist and she wouldn't be able to work on her actual job. Small handmade crafts that require a lot of wrist usage. I kept seeing the pattern of her straining her wrists on chores, bail out of her job after an hour or two, and have to wear a wrist brace until the next day. She does love her job, and when things go well, can happily work up to 6 hours a day on her crafts. So since I can't do her job for her, I want her to be able to focus on it. I have no problem doing these chores, but today I caught her scrubbing a pan when I just reminded her yesterday to leave them alone and told her to call me if I'd missed one, and I would have hustled over to do it. She told me I'm being overbearing and that she's fine to scrub a pan, but I don't want her getting injured or develop worse long-term damage. Am I the a-hole for insisting on doing the household chores? Edit. Some clarifications. I should have put forbidding in quotes. I can't really stop her from doing anything besides maybe chiding her afterwards. I'm not her dad, lol. I should have shown her this thread and she agrees my version of events is more or less accurate, but she still feels she's right. Okay, so I was right at the beginning when I said that he might have been forbidding her from doing household chores to help her in some way, um, which is weird for am I the a hole Reddit stories because a lot of the time it's something insane, but this time he was actually trying to help her out. So, I mean, forbidding is not a good word to use. I see what he's doing here, right? Like she got injured, you know, her wrist, she injured her wrist and she needs her wrist to be able to work. And he's just trying to make it easier on her around the house so that she doesn't have to do chores so that she can focus her energy and her wrists on her work. Which is it's a really nice thing to do, right? It's a nice gesture, but he can't tell her that she can't do household chores, right? I understand where he's coming from, but in the end, if she wants to scrub a pan, she can scrub a pan, or like if she wants to clean the house, she can clean the house. Like it's her decision. You know what I mean? Um, so I'm gonna say he's for the actions. He's not the a hole because he's doing it to be nice to help her out. But then for the wording and for pushing it so hard when she like if she wants to step in, he can just let her step in, but he's kind of like fighting her about it. So he's kind of the a hole in that regard. Man, overall, I'm gonna say yes because he shouldn't be trying to forbid her from doing anything, especially like cleaning, right? Like it's just cleaning. If she wants to do it, let her do it, you know, and be fine with it. This one's a little weird, but let's go down to the comments, see what's going on. First comment: you're the a hole because regardless of your concern for your girlfriend's health, you have exactly zero right to dictate what she can and cannot do. Yes, that is controlling behavior disguised as concern. It's even more of a concern if you are dictating to her that she is not permitted to do these things, and then you fail to do them immediately, promptly, because then she's basically being held hostage by your whim as to when you'll do stuff. Yeah, I see that. That comment has 2.5K upvotes, so it's the top comment as of right now. And I completely agree. Like he can't forbid her or stop her from doing things that she wants to do, especially if she's helping out around the house. Like he can't stop her from doing that stuff. So yeah, that person said that he is the a hole, and overall, I do agree. The next comment says, "You're the a hole. She's not a child. She's an adult who doesn't need you to forbid her from things. The doctor cleared her. It's natural for her to have a lingering pain that doesn't make her incapable or a porcelain doll that needs to be carried over a velvet pillow." Pretty much saying, don't stop treating her so soft. Offer to help her, take the initiative and do some things you know may be hard for her right now. But you are being overbearing and you're likely making her feel incapable. She will learn her own limits. You can talk with her about noticing that her job seems to be giving her more trouble lately. Ask her how you can help rather than making her feel chastised for doing normal household chores. Agreed. It's pretty sensible comment. 762 upvotes, no downvotes. So 762 people agree with that. And I agree with it as well. All right. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If anybody disagrees and says that he's not the a-hole, let me know why. All right. Moving on to the third and final story. Am I the a-hole for staying home instead of celebrating my birthday at my sister's? Maybe. Um, if her sister threw her a birthday party, then it'd kind of be an a-hole move to not attend, right? Because your sister put effort into putting together the party for you, or your sister and other people did, So if people are putting together this birthday party for you and you agree to go, or you know of it, you should attend, right? Or at least let them know beforehand that you don't want it, and so they can not do it. But yeah, I definitely need more context before I can make a decision. So we'll hop into the story. My sister and I made plans to celebrate my birthday at her house. Okay, so they did make plans to celebrate her birthday. Um, yeah, so her not attending, if she knew that it was going to be happening and then she flaked, or flaked on the occasion that was specifically for her, then that's not cool. When the day arrived, I decided to stay home because I was very tired after having worked the past few days in a row. My sister got upset with me because we planned to eat pizza at her house that day and told me I was rude and inconsiderate because her and her boyfriend would have to find something else to eat now. I told her, "Sorry for the mild inconvenience, princess." Dang. I hope you can find something else to eat in the 5 or 6 hours you have left in your day. I offered to come over the next day, but she tiptoed around the subject and never really explained why that was a bad idea. She said we would have to reschedule for next Saturday instead. For context, she doesn't work, and we've hung out many times before at her house while her boyfriend was away at work. Okay, so she's probably just mad and being petty for her sister not showing up to the birthday party that they planned. Um, okay, we got into a fight, and things escalated pretty quickly from there, which resulted in her blocking my number. Dang. It's been about a week, and she's still mad at me. I would like to believe that she had other plans that day, but knowing her, she probably didn't. She doesn't do much with her life other than play games and do chores around the house. Wow. Man, she just dogging her sister like, okay, man. All right. And the reason why we can't celebrate my birthday next Saturday is because her boyfriend is going to a wedding. So now she's making it sound like I can't be there anymore unless he's there. Okay. Um, so is she the a hole for staying home instead of celebrating her birthday at her sister's? Yes, because they made plans to do these things and she flaked last minute, um, which is kind of inconsiderate. The sister put together a party and she didn't show. So, well, actually, it doesn't sound like they put together a party. It just sounds like they were just going to celebrate the birthday by eating pizza at her sister's house. So, I mean, it's not like she like planned a bunch of different like activities and stuff. It was just them eating pizza together, what it looks like. Um, so the only inconvenience was that she would have to find something else to eat other than pizza. I mean, she still could have eaten pizza. Uh, so I mean, is she the a hole for canceling? Yes, but I mean, things happen, right? It was just eating dinner together. So I don't know, man. This one's hard. And then the way that they were fighting afterwards is like it's a little petty. Some pettiness going on, but yeah, I don't know about this one. Let's hop down in the comments and see what other people think. Okay, first comment: you're the a hole. You waited last minute to cancel. Sorry for the mild inconvenience, princess. Princess, I hope you can find something else to eat in the 5 or 6 hours you have left in your day. This sounds mocking. What the f? Yeah, that's the pettiness I was referring to. Um, so yeah, she was. It was kind of bogus of her to cancel last minute, but at the same time, like it wasn't like she was canceling on like this huge event. It was just pretty much canceling on dinner. Um, so yeah, so they definitely could have like rescheduled it the next day or something. Like there's an easy fix to it, but it sounds like they're just both being petty and making things more difficult. Next comment: you sound pretty condescending. You're the a hole for that, but don't worry, she won't trouble you with trying to celebrate your birthday much longer. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that comment's saying that like the sister won't make an effort to do things with her on her birthday anymore. I don't know. Um, yeah, yeah. So I'm seeing a lot of YTA. You're the a hole. So people in the comments think that this woman is the a hole for canceling on her sister. Yeah, actually the verdict is a hole. So yeah, we'll go with that. But yeah, thanks. That's the last story. That's the third story for today. I appreciate you guys stopping by again to hang out with me and discuss and talk about some Reddit stories. Um, yeah, I plan on doing this some more. So if you feel inclined, stop by, hang out, listen to some Reddit stories, comment if you want. Let's start a conversation and make it a community. All right, thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.